What if the person who loves you the most wasn't really your mother? What if every night, something that looked exactly like her stood outside your bedroom door, whispering just one terrifying question? Can I go inside your heart? This isn't just another haunted house movie, it's one of the most disturbing psychological horror films of 2026. Other Mommy, a chilling supernatural nightmare that will make you fear the darkness in your own home. Other Mommy movie, based on Josh Malerman's best-selling novel Incidents Around the House. The film is directed by horror specialist Rob Savage and written by Nathan Elston and Josh Malerman. The story transforms ordinary childhood fears into an unforgettable psychological horror experience, told almost entirely through the eyes of an innocent 8-year-old girl. Bella lives in what appears to be an ordinary suburban home with her mother, Ursula, her father, Russ, whom she lovingly calls Daddo, and her grandmother, Ruth. To Bella, her parents are her entire world, but beneath the surface, their family is quietly falling apart. Her parents constantly argue, trust between them is disappearing, and the house no longer feels like a safe place. Every night, Bella hears soft noises coming from her bedroom closet. One evening, she sees a strange woman standing in the darkness. The figure looks exactly like her mother, but something is terribly wrong. Her smile is unnaturally wide, her movements are unsettling, and her eyes seem almost lifeless. Bella names the creature Other Mommy. At first, Other Mommy never leaves the closet. She simply watches Bella and calmly asks the same disturbing question every night. Can I go inside your heart? Believing it's just another imaginary friend, Bella refuses, but the creature never gets angry. Instead, she patiently repeats the question every single night, waiting for Bella to change her answer. Soon, strange events begin happening throughout the house. Doors open by themselves, shadows move without explanation, family photographs mysteriously change. Bella hears footsteps in empty rooms, and sometimes she sees Other Mommy standing silently in dark corners where no one else can see her. As the haunting grows stronger, Bella realizes the entity is no longer trapped inside her closet. Other Mommy begins wandering through the house at night, watching the family while they sleep. She starts whispering into Bella's ears, telling her that her real parents don't truly love her, and that she can make all the pain disappear if Bella simply says yes. Meanwhile, the problems between Ursula and Russ become worse. Their constant fighting fills the house with sadness and fear. Bella feels trapped between them, unsure whom to trust. The emotional cracks in the family seem to make Other Mommy even stronger. Desperate to understand what's happening, the family consults paranormal investigators, priests, and psychologists. Everyone offers different explanations, but no one can stop the entity. Some believe the haunting feeds on emotional trauma. Others think the creature has existed for centuries, searching for vulnerable families. Grandma Ruth begins researching old supernatural legends and discovers stories about entities that cannot enter a person's soul without permission. They must convince their victim to willingly invite them inside. That is why Other Mommy never attacks Bella directly. She needs Bella's consent. As the haunting becomes increasingly violent, the creature begins harming the people around Bella. Nightmares become reality. The family is pushed to the edge of despair. Bella slowly understands that every act of fear, anger, and hopelessness makes Other Mommy stronger. One terrifying night, Other Mommy finally reveals her true appearance. The familiar face of Bella's mother twists into something horrifying, an impossible smile, unnaturally long limbs, and eyes staring from impossible angles. The monster admits that it doesn't want Bella's body, it wants her heart. Because once Bella willingly accepts it into her heart, the entity will permanently become part of her, allowing it to spread far beyond the house and continue searching for new families. The final confrontation forces Bella to make the hardest decision of her life. Instead of giving in to fear, she remembers the love her family still shares, despite all their flaws. She refuses Other Mommy one final time. Inspired by Bella's courage, her parents stop blaming each other and finally stand together to protect their daughter. Their unity weakens the entity, proving that love and trust are stronger than fear. Unable to claim Bella's heart, Other Mommy begins disappearing into darkness. The terrifying whispers fade, and peace slowly returns to the house. Although the haunting appears to be over, the ending leaves audiences with one final unsettling image. Somewhere in another home, another frightened child hears a quiet voice coming from the darkness, asking the exact same question: "Can I go inside your heart?" Other Mommy is more than a ghost or demon. It symbolizes fear, emotional trauma, broken families, and the darkness that grows when love and trust begin to disappear. Bella's greatest weapon is not physical strength, but the courage to reject fear and keep believing in her family, even when everything seems hopeless. What truly sets Other Mommy apart from typical horror movies is that it doesn't rely solely on jump scares or graphic violence. Instead, it builds fear through atmosphere, psychological tension, and the terrifying innocence of childhood. The story is experienced almost entirely through the eyes of 8-year-old Bella, making every strange sound, dark hallway, and whispered voice feel frighteningly real. Another standout element is the film's central villain. Other Mommy isn't a monster with claws or supernatural powers on display. She looks exactly like Bella's real mother. This disturbing resemblance creates constant uncertainty, blurring the line between love and fear. Every interaction leaves both Bella and the audience questioning who can truly be trusted. The movie also explores real emotional issues alongside its supernatural horror. Bella's parents are dealing with a failing marriage, and the family's emotional distance becomes just as frightening as the paranormal entity haunting their home. The horror isn't only inside the closet, it's also inside the cracks forming within the family itself, giving the story emotional depth rarely seen in traditional haunted house films. Jessica Chastain delivers one of the film's most impressive performances by playing both Ursula, Bella's loving mother, and the terrifying Other Mommy. Her dual performance creates a constant feeling of uncertainty, making audiences question every scene. Duplass adds emotional depth as Bella's caring father, while newcomer Arabella Olivia gives an incredibly convincing performance as Bella, carrying much of the film's emotional and psychological weight. The supporting cast, including Deacon Lockman, Arian Moayed, Karen Allen as Grandma Ruth, Sean Kaufman, Adam Silver, and Roseanne O'Gorman, help build a haunting family drama that feels as emotional as it is frightening. Rather than relying on non-stop monsters or excessive violence, Other Mommy creates fear through silence, suspense, disturbing imagery, and psychological tension. It explores childhood trauma, broken relationships, fear of abandonment, and the terrifying possibility that evil can wear the face of someone you love most. One of the movie's greatest strengths is its unique storytelling. Instead of focusing only on jump scares, Other Mommy explores horror through a child's imagination and perspective. Simple moments become deeply unsettling because viewers experience the terrifying events exactly as Bella does. The result is an atmosphere filled with constant tension, mystery, and emotional vulnerability. Finally, the film is based on Josh Malerman's acclaimed novel Incidents Around the House, which is praised for transforming ordinary childhood fears into deeply psychological horror. Rather than explaining every mystery, the story leaves many unsettling questions unanswered, allowing the audience's imagination to create fears even greater than what appears on screen. With a runtime of approximately 105 minutes, Other Mommy promises a slow-burning supernatural experience packed with emotional storytelling, unforgettable scares, and an atmosphere that lingers long after the credits roll. The movie is scheduled to release in the United States on October 9th, 2026, and it's already generating excitement among horror fans, especially those who loved Bird Box, psychological horror, and deeply unsettling haunted house stories. If you're looking for a horror movie that combines supernatural terror with emotional family drama instead of relying only on cheap jump scares, Other Mommy should definitely be on your watch list this Halloween season. So don't forget to watch Other Mommy when it hits theaters. And if you enjoyed this review, make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to CheezeDrama for more upcoming movie updates, honest reviews, and the latest entertainment news. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.